name's Aaron James Draplin. I live here in Portland, Oregon. I'm a graphic designer, and that's Aaron James. Got to put the James in there. It's from my dad. And then Draplin, Draplin. I was born in Detroit and was raised in Traverse City, Michigan. As kids, we were skateboarders, we were snowboarders, and we turned our backs on worrying about shooting hoops or getting some gold medal or something. For us, our pursuits were like art, punk rock, being together, drawing on grip tape, and taking control of that stuff and saying we can make our own brands and graphics and logos and all this kind of shit. It wasn't some big guy in an office watching over it. It was a bunch of kids making it. So that's really where I got into design. And I work a lot. And then when I'm not working a Saturday shift, I like to junk, and we'll go to like estate sales, junk stores, and I have a little cycle kind of around town. We're gonna go to the estate sale first because they if you're early bird, you're there at like 8. Sunday's all half off. But who wants to go Sunday when it's all picked over, right? See? There's science to this shit. Okay, here we are, some nondescript neighborhood in southeast Portland, Oregon, and we're looking for treasures and garbage. Look at these people. Oh, yeah. What'd you guys pay for that table, huh? I think it's up here. Okay, here it is. There's the for sale sign. Okay, yep, that's it. I mean, that's the idea, is like what I'm looking at are things that have been eaten up by the wheels of design progress. There's trends and smarter things and smarter ways to make logos and more colors and more gradients and shit, and we redo these beautiful things, and I'm always looking for like these little artifacts. So it's that reminder of how my work can be cleaner and more simplified and be more effective. This is worth the trip out here, that little thing. That's it. One little piece inside this big house of years and memories and things and stuff, but $3 for this little electric knife. I mean, do I need the knife? I just want the box. Someday this will be online or in some piece I make, or not, but at least I got it. This whole thing of like this appreciation for all this old stuff, it all comes from my dad. And my dad is a master Polish pack rat, always had old piles of things laying around that he collected for who knows what reason. And would explain to me why this thing was like printed cool, or why it was carved in a cool way, or just a weird little object, or he had a story behind it. So we were just around this idea of like, things were always kind of better back in the day.
Hello?
Hey Mom, I'm with that film crew, my big shot. Can you hand the phone to Dad?
Oh, he's sleeping.
Aww.
I can wake him up.
Yeah, wake him up. Let's get the reaction.
Yeah, just take my bra off now.
And I'm sorry you were sleeping. I got this crew here, and I've been telling them about you and shit. And I said, let's just call the real deal right now.
What's going on?
Well, we're going junking. They're pointing shit at me, and I'm mic'd up. And remember Really Good Stuff? I'm taking them to Really Good Stuff, if they'll let me in. So we're on Hawthorne at Really Good Stuff. You know, and it's such a jewel to have this little resource here.
What's the difference between junk and treasure? Junk is a treasure that you didn't know you needed till you saw it. That's the difference.
That's it. I'm just looking at cool shit. I'm just looking at cool dead old logos. But here, I get to see a ton of it. And it's always changing. Out there, you go to that estate sale, there's a chance you might be a bust. This, it's always full of really good shit, right? Really good stuff. I'm often more interested in the packaging that delivered the thing that you're supposed to buy. That's what was interesting, because that was built in such a very simple utilitarian way to show I need a movie projector. Oh, there it is. There's a movie projector. I get it. I look at it, right? You know, just the sense of like the weird little Kmart sticker and all this cool little like 8 different little fonts, and how beautiful and how the rhythm of all that stuff is. You know, this is what it used to look like for weird little movie chrome film. You know, that's just one thing I grabbed out of here. So that's really what I'm out here trying to collect, is like, because when someone comes to me and says, how do we differentiate our little dingleberry from this little dingleberry? You know, I mean, I don't know. There's all these tactics and design styles and shit, but why did we forget just simple, straightforward, sort of utilitarian design style? Well, because we're making a bunch of Pez, whatever, you know? We're going to a place called Grizzly Bears now, which is just a kick-ass junk store. You know, toys and weird piles of things, but it's a bit of a crapshoot.
No.
Turn it off, go out.
Okay.
Yeah, to keep Portland weird. You know, here we go right here. See those gloves he's wearing? He's wearing grenade gloves. I did the pattern on those gloves. Graphic arts, everybody. Sometimes I just feel like, such a cake decorator. I know. I mean, I am. Back in the day, you really got the feeling that this was like a trade. And it wasn't about just trying to outdo what was ever on some cool design aggregator site in the morning. It was about the most effective way to use one color on some old crappy thing. Now, I might be wrong. I might be totally delusional. But the logos were better then. Okay, so we're down here 7 feet away from dangerous ass trains, and we just saw one of the CN logos go by, Alan Fleming's classic logo from 1950 or 60, and it still works today. That quality of readability from across some field in the west, to come down here and see it where I could go lay down in that rail and get cut in half. You know, I need that reminder. You gotta get dirty. You guys asked about some old signs, and I mean, here's the thing, I always think about this old weird sign here. That's what signs used to look like, and they were constructed and big and beautiful and really had this ornamental quality and this like unfuckwithability that for years that thing would last, the elements and stuff. My other question is like, maybe it's there because they don't know how to get rid of it. It still looks killer, and now we make this junk. We all need signs to tell you about motels or restaurants or bars and stuff, and things used to just say motel. Okay, it's not like we're breaking any ground here, but I wanted to bring you this thing because I just love to come and just look at all the wicked ass type and shapes and neon and colors and the monkey and just the P on the palm. It's even better at night. This is what it all used to look like, and I don't want to be this like raging sentimentalist like I've been told by like academics or something, but there's just something inviting. Think of all the ones that went away. So what I want to show you guys here is just one of my favorite exterior bar signs in Portland, the Wishing Well. Seems like it's the same shit that would have been 50 or 60 years ago. It still works. I just love driving by it, you know, and I'm like afraid to go inside the damn place. There's probably a bunch of creepy neon Bud Light POP and chicks straddling big beer bottles and just creepy shit. Let's go check it out. Okay, so I take you guys to a dead sign, you know, by the railroad tracks, and then a big famous sign in a cool neighborhood, and then kind of a really regular, forgotten little sign. And now I just thought I'd bring you guys to the biggest sign. But these are 20 feet high, and what I love about it so much is you can see this thing at night, 5 miles away. I don't even know what Montgomery Park is, but if I ever have my own building, I will have a monster DDC up on top of it. Luckily, my name's only DDC. They have to deal with 16 characters or whatever. Does anyone in graphic design and all this stuff that I'm worried about even think about this shit? About big signs and big letters? Well, I do. And I go to these old neighborhoods all over America and just kind of nerd out that these things still exist when they shouldn't. I hope you're enjoying it, you know? Come to Portland and come look at this big ass sign. What kind of advice would I give to a young designer starting out or something like that? My boiled down answer is really simple. Is just don't turn it into a job. We all have to work. We all have to go make money. But my favorite shit I do has never felt like work. And then when I have to go work, it's not as bad. You know what I mean? I'm lucky to work. I'm lucky to work in design and make good money. I don't ever forget that. And this shit where like someone's complaining, you ever dug a ditch in your life? Have you ever dug a ditch? I have. It was horrible. So we're going to see my buddy Dale, right? And Dale is like this champion of the world. And then like, what does he look like? He looks like a cross between like a bass player for the Marshall Tucker Band and like a baseball man. Was it Marshall Tucker Band? Yeah. Yeah. Some kind of
It's got work for a living.
Without junking. Dale, this is the big world. Everybody, Dale Allen Dixon.
Hi, Dale. How's it going, guys?
Only reason I keep him as a friend is his name is Dale. If his name was something like Jeremy or some bullshit, we'd be done. Yeah.
One of my wife's friends got a new boyfriend, wants to be called Schwa. His name's Joshua. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't even. Schwa? He's like, my name's Schwa, and I'm like, my name's Dale. And I was like, hey. All I do is, hey, man. Hey, I won't call this dude Schwa.
What was he rocking?
Like just a crappy like pea coat and just black and brown. Real quick, skin tight, black pants, leggings, whatever, and a big set of brown knee-high boots. Black and brown does not work together. And I know nothing about fashion, if you see. I can just tell that. All right, I gotta go. Right, see you guys.
Why is design important? Well, because it can make things easier for people. You know, how to get around a city, how to read a lot of information fast. That's where design is something that isn't frivolous. It actually makes things a lot better. We celebrate the guys that get to work on the big clients and the big things, but a lot of my heroes, it wasn't about getting a book made. They were working people. And they showed up at, like little ties on and shit, worked all day.